Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday morning, July 13th. So I want to talk about a couple of other channels that I have been watching and some stuff that's going on at work. So for a lot of you new people that have just joined me, I work at a very, very busy title company in central Indiana. And I am one of the first people to know when something is going down, because all of the calls have to go through the receptionists, and I have one of the busier offices, and I also have like one of the main numbers that's logged in different places, so I get a lot of the calls. For example, 2 years ago when we had a computer hacker that tried to hack into our system, I ended up on the phone with him and him telling me that he knew what was going on with our computers, and if he didn't get to talk to one of the owners, they were going to be sorry, basically. And I was like, holy shit, it was just like a freaking movie. So anyway, I also yesterday got a call sometime last year or so. I don't know how long it was, probably a year or so ago. A new title company started in our area, and a bunch of our people left to go over there. And yesterday, one of those people called my office to talk to the managers. We tried one, he didn't answer, so we tried the other one. So two things could be happening. One, maybe that title company is not doing so well and getting ready to shut down or laying off, or she's seeing the signs coming and she's trying to get out of there before they do close down. But I thought that was interesting. So that's one of the reasons I am in a perfect spot. I will know when the Fed goes down because we handle wires every day. So when things get backlogged or things are going crazy down at the Federal Reserve, I will be one of the first ones to know about it, because I'm the one answering the phone when people are bitching because they haven't gotten their money. So that being said, I want to talk about, I watch a couple of guys. One of them is called I Allegedly, and the other one is called Economic Ninja. They are both very, very grounded in 3D, but they also are very, they are keeping dibs on what's going on with the real estate market. They're keeping dibs with the finances. And one of the videos that I watched this morning that Economic Ninja had, and I've heard this for several months, is I guess there is a bank in China that has locked their people out, their customers out from getting any money since April. And apparently in the last couple of days or so, there has been a riot over there in China because people can't access their cash. So because they were kept uninformed, unlike us, people that watch my channel, people that are kind of keeping an eye out on what's going on in the world, they didn't get their money out of the bank. They are now stuck, rioting at the bank, trying to get something to happen. So as I was watching that, I was kind of thinking that could be potentially what causes another lockdown. And I'm just throwing this out here. This is just something to think about. I'm not predicting it. It was just kind of like, this could be what locks us down next, is if people start doing that all over the place, the people behind the scenes may feel the need to do another lockdown in order for that kind of thing to not happen. I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking ahead and thinking out loud, but that's what uninformed people do. So that's one of the reasons I have this channel, is trying to keep people as informed as possible. Another thing that I watched, and this is a question I have, you guys may or may not know more about it than I do. I mean, you will, definitely, because I haven't done a huge deep dive into it. But I watched Mr. MB333 this morning. I still have him up on a recommended list. I haven't watched him much lately, but he had a thing about CERN. So my understanding is that CERN has been taken over by the good guys, not the bad. And they've had it control of it for a while. But what he said on his video this morning was that it got restarted on July 5th and it is now running again. And so my question is, why? Why is that running? Regardless of if the bad guys don't have it and the good guys do, why is that running again? What's the purpose of it? And do we think that is what had the stones in Georgia falling down and some of the obelisks around the world getting hit? Do we think CERN is doing that? I don't know. I haven't done a deep dive in that, so I'm just curious to know if that's what's going on or if that's what the theory is. I mean, I know everybody has a different theory. So anyway, there was one other thing I was going to talk about. And one of the other things he was talking about was the Schumann resonance. That's why he had been watching the Schumann resonance, and there were anomalies, I will say, that was showing up on the Schumann resonance since CERN had been restarted on July 5th. And something about like a humming or something, because that's what caught my attention. It was like the headline was something about CERN and humming or whatever. So that caught my attention because there was a time when I owned my house. It was probably back in the late 90s or early 2000s. There was a humming going on at my house that I could not figure out where it was coming from. It literally I felt the vibration, I heard it, and it felt and sounded like a semi truck was sitting in my driveway idling. I couldn't find where the source of this humming and vibration was coming from. It went on, I don't know, several hours. It was of an evening, I think, because I remember walking around the neighborhood trying to figure out where this noise was coming from. And it was like, it kind of like makes you nauseous. It's that vibration that just will not go away. Now that I know what I know, I wonder if perhaps they were not digging underneath of me one of those things that they travel people in, if you know what I'm talking about. Which also brings me to one of the other things that some of you probably know by now, that there's something big in Rome that's burning. I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch the video. Nicholas Viniamin and Mahoney guy, they did one talking about it. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and get what all is going on with that. But anyway, that's the question for today is, why is CERN up and running at all? What's the purpose of it? I will post the Economic Ninja video on my Telegram channel, so you can find them. Both of them are on YouTube. But keep in mind that they kind of, remember yesterday when I said there's like two thought processes. One that we're all going to hell in a handbasket, and we're getting ready to head for another big crash, and that's just it. And then there's that other theory that, yeah, we are going to go through somewhat of a crash, but there's something waiting for us that will be better at the end. So keep in mind, when you watch these guys, they don't necessarily believe that, but they do seem to be somewhat informed of what is going around the world. And that's what I want you guys to do, is just keep informed and make informed decisions for yourself, because everybody is different. And the more that you know, if you can keep the negative part from sucking you down, I feel like I'm blowing bubbles all of a sudden. If you can keep yourself from getting sucked down, it is good to know what is going around the world so you can make informed decisions. So you don't end up being like the group in China who got their money taken away from them, or they cannot access them and access their money and and then stuck like that. So that's why I talk about this stuff, is I want to make sure you're not one of those people that was kept from information, because we know who is keeping us from that information, and not being able to make informed decisions. So I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. If there's anything else going on that I missed, I mean, I know there is, because there's just a lot going on right now and it's hard to keep up with. But anyway, have a good day. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you know anything else that we need to talk about, and I will talk to you later. Bye.